Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Andrea and I have been selling on Etsy for 8 years. And so this is where I share everything I've learned in the past about Etsy, everything I'm currently learning on Etsy, and just, all things Etsy and sometimes even just small business ownership. So if that is what you are interested in, you are in the right place. Today specifically, we are going to be answering the question, what is the most important thing to do for your Etsy shop? Before we jump into the video, I wanted to let you all know that I answer this question in depth in my free Etsy masterclass. You can sign up at the link in the description. It is completely free to take. We break down my 3-step framework for making $1,000 in 30 days on your Etsy shop. And it is all the important things that I feel like you have to have in order to be successful on Etsy. And we break that down in depth in the masterclass. So if you are wanting to deep dive on this topic, make sure to check that out. So that is that. Moving into the actual content of this video, I really think that the answer to this question will strongly depend on who you ask. So it's definitely one of those things where it's like, what's the most important thing? There is more than one way to skin a cat. We all know that. There's a ton of different ways to find success, and there'll be some people who say Etsy's not worth it at all, and there'll be people like me who are like, it's my bread and butter. And so I really do think that this question depends on who you ask, but obviously this is my video. So I'm going to share with you guys what I think the most important thing is for your Etsy shop. So personally, I think the most important thing you can do for your Etsy shop is position yourself to where you are in the right place at the right time in the market, and then double down on that through keywords and photos. So that was a lot of words, and I think I maybe chose like 4 most important things there, 3. Anyways, I'm gonna break that down further. So a more simple way to say what I just said is to find a product that sells and optimize your listings to actually sell it. Very simple. Obviously, that is like $1 million question. However, I do think that sometimes people overcomplicate it. I do think that like people are like, you have to do this and that, and then renew your listings every 10 seconds and blah, 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 all these things, and then you'll find success on Etsy. I don't think that's true. I really don't. I think that the key to finding success on Etsy, the most important thing that you can do on Etsy is find a product that is selling well, and then optimize your listings. We talk about optimization on this channel constantly, and I think that a lot of times those strategies where it's like, find this magic button and then press that and then renew your listings and then every Tuesday at 4 p.m. and then you'll find success. I think that's a cop-out. I think that's an easy way to find success. I don't think that's true. I really don't. I think that sometimes it takes work and it takes optimization, and I think that it takes knowing what product's gonna sell. So I'm gonna dive into breaking down what I think is most important, but just know that most of the time on this channel, you won't hear quick fixes or easy money type of things. That's just not my style. Like, I'm all about optimization and strategy and getting the most bang for your buck as far as like your work is concerned. However, I'm also do not believe in like very, very fast, like, oh yeah, I just did this and made $200 an hour type of thing. So I just wanna let you guys know that that is my disclaimer. You're not gonna find those types of things on this channel. So if that's what you're looking for, you might wanna go find someone else. Okay, anyways, moving in, let's talk about how to find a product that's selling well, and then also how to optimize your listing. So first things first is finding a product that is selling well. I think this is another thing that people massively overcomplicate. I am not a huge advocate for keyword researchers for Etsy. I would love to want to be able to use them. I have nothing against them at all. I even have a Sales Samurai account and I've used it occasionally, but to be 100% honest with you guys, I find that I am most familiar with just Etsy as a platform, and finding what sells there is just way easier for me than learning a new keyword tool. So I will let you guys know if that changes in the future and if I really end up liking a keyword tool specifically. However, as of right now, I really do just use Etsy search. So what I do is that I look at what is trending in my niche. So I sell embroidery, but we're not going to talk about my niche today just because, I don't know, we always talk about my shop. Let's talk about another shop. So what I mean by finding what is trending in your niche is like, if you sell jewelry, Say you're I actually got this on Etsy, so that's funny. If you are a jewelry owner, a jewelry shop owner, pay attention to the trends. And I mean, pay attention to them everywhere. Pay attention to what jewelry people are wearing on Instagram. Pay attention to what they're selling at Target. Pay attention to what your competitor shops are selling a lot of. That is a huge one, because that means that people are going to Etsy to find that item. And so if you have a competitor that's selling one item like absolute crazy, try and see what you can do to get in on that trend, to list an item that is similar. Obviously don't copy it. To list an item that is similar and in the same trend. So definitely paying attention to trends around your niche is super, super important. Another example would be if you sell home decor, pay attention to what is trending on Instagram or home decor blog sites, magazines, those sorts of things. Make sure that you are really paying close attention to what is trending in your niche so that you can kind of get in on the action of that trend. I really think that you want your items, the set of items that you have, to be a good mix of classic items that are going to sell well over and over, year after year, classic bestsellers, and new items that can become bestsellers or can give you a quick surge of cash right now, which is also really good. I do talk about having listings that are optimized to no end so that you can have some bread and butter listings that are constantly year over year bringing revenue into your shop. However, it is worth noting that all of those listings that started that way for me started as a, okay, let's try it and list it and see what happens, and turned into a bestseller for me. And also there's a lot to be said for just making money right now. There's a lot to be said for that. And so definitely I think that it's a good thing to try some new listings. Don't try like crazy and don't stretch yourself thin, and definitely don't skip out on the optimization part just to get the trend part, because both are critical. So now let's move into the optimization part of what I think is the most important thing to do on Etsy. Okay, so when you come to optimizing your listings, there's a lot of ways that you can do that, but there are two spots that stand out to me as like what I consider to be the most important parts of optimizing a listing, and they are keywords and photos. And I am saying that in that order. I think keywords are the most important, and then photos are a very, very close second to what you need to optimize your listing. First things first is keywords. Let's talk about why those are so important. They are incredibly important for your items actually getting found. So if you hang out on this channel, you know that I say that you want your Etsy sales to be coming from Etsy. That is what justifies paying the 6.5%. If you are selling something on Instagram and you're doing all of the marketing, you don't want to pay that 6.5%. Obviously, there's still some value there in being able to have a website that's running and not pay a monthly fee. But if you are paying the Etsy transaction fee, you want them to be bringing in the sale. And so I am a huge believer that Etsy is the biggest opportunity that Etsy sellers can capitalize on is being ranked in the search engine. And I think that comes from, obviously there is a ton of stuff that goes into the ranking and search, and we talk about that a lot on this channel. So if you're interested in that, just go ahead and deep dive into this channel. We talk about it a lot, but one of the big things is keywords. So keywords are how Etsy knows what your listing is, and they know what to make it pop up for when people are searching. And so the reason why it's so important is that if you have a quality item that people want, you want them to be able to find it, and that is how they find it, is through keywords. So keywords are vastly important for your listing getting found. There's a lot that goes into search ranking, but once your listing pops up in search, so basically I'm saying I'm an Etsy customer, I'm looking for your jewelry, I'm gonna go to Etsy and type in search monogram jewelry, because that's what this is, it has a little A on it. I'm gonna go in and search like monogram necklace or initial necklace. Again, those are both good keywords, monogram necklace, initial necklace. You think of how the buyers could find your item and then you put them in the title. So monogram necklace, I'm gonna go in and search that, or like initial necklace, and then I hit go, and Etsy's gonna populate a bunch of listings. This is your rank, a bunch of listings that they think that I am likely to purchase on a bunch of different factors, but on keywords first. And then what am I gonna do? I'm gonna look at the photos. Duh. I'm gonna look at the photos to see which item I want. Of course, I might be looking for this circle specifically, so I'm gonna scroll past anything that's a hexagon or whatever. And that is where the photo piece comes in. You want your photos to be bright and really sell your item, detail shots, all of those sorts of things. You really want that thumbnail photo on your listing to really sell your item, because that is the next thing I see as a customer, and that is what is going to make me want to click on your link. So keywords help your listing get views, get volume, and photos are what helps your listing get actual clicks. I hope that makes sense. So you definitely want your photo to be really, really good. If someone tries to tell you that photos don't matter, it's not true. They matter a ton. I don't know that you need to have expensive camera equipment. I am not an advocate for that. In fact, we are testing selfies in our shop, and they seem to be converting really, really well. But I do think that they need to be really bright, or at least, if they're not going to be bright, they need to be like a very specific moody type of look. Bright and showing off your item really, really well, and catering to your ideal client. Again, we cover literally all of this in the masterclass, but the gist is that photos are very, very important for your listing actually getting clicked on. Very important. So if you're wondering how to do keywords and how to do photos, make sure to subscribe to this channel, because we talk about that a ton. I'm not going to go into that today. Today, I just wanted to unpack what I think is the most important and kind of why I think it's the most important. This video would be 3 hours long if I tried to unpack how to do everything. But we talk about that a lot on this channel, and there are past videos and future videos coming that unpack all those sorts of things. And so make sure to subscribe and binge watch just to get all the good information. But yeah, that is what I think is the most important thing for your Etsy shop, is to make sure that you're selling an item that people actually want. It's good, it's quality, it'll get good reviews. People are looking for it. It's being searched for. People want it. And then to optimize the listing that you are selling on. This is so important, and I think it gets overlooked a lot because I think people miss the part where you have to actually have an item that people are searching for. So I think that is really, really important. That is what I think is the most important thing for your Etsy shop. Again, thank you so much for watching. If you are interested in growing on Etsy, make sure to hang out. We post 2 new videos every week all about growing on Etsy. So I'd love it if you join me here on this channel. Thank you so much for watching.